The idea of this video is, who am I and why would you subscribe or watch? Well, I can only answer one of those questions, and that's, who am I? And not that interesting really, but I just thought before I kind of post anything on this new Jontheway channel, I just thought I'd do a little intro video. I'm currently making most of my living or my money through teaching English online to Chinese students. I am 45 years old. I'm kind of going through a little bit of a midlife crisis at the moment. Long story short, my dog, bless her, rest in peace Kizzy, just died a few weeks ago, and me and my partner, my wife, we're coming to the end of a, I guess, like 12-year relationship. Been married for the last 4, but we were good friends even before we got together, so we're gonna leave the relationship still being good friends. I am currently in Koh Chang, where I've been kind of living for 15 years. A long time, and I'm going to be making very soon a transition back to the UK. A lot of you will be like, John, just stay there, and I kind of hear you, but I've been here too long. I left England when I was 19. Okay, so let's go from there. I grew up in Scarborough. My family's from Rotherham. Let's just keep it rolling, keep it fluid, flowing. Okay, so yeah, I had my first experience with Southeast Asia when I was 19 in 1997, working in Singapore. And I'd just done my first summer in Spain, in Magaluf. And I got the opportunity to go out to Singapore, and I worked in the Pan Pacific Hotel. And the 97 crash happened in Japan, and then they didn't have any work for me. So I kind of traveled up through Malaysia, into Thailand, and fell in love with Thailand when I was 19 years old. Did more summers in Spain, in Magaluf, and pretty much left the UK. Left the UK when I was around 21 years old. I'm 45 now. I left Spain, I moved out to Thailand to teach English. Actually, I ended up working on a traveling carnival, like a fun fair. Started in Bangkok. It took me to Korea, a few places in China, Hangzhou and Beijing, and then I did my final carnival in Hong Kong, where I quit to become a diving instructor. After some training in Koh Tao and Cyprus, I became a diving instructor, and I worked for a year in a really cool school on Bang Bao Pier here in Koh Chang called Ploy Scuba. I applied for a job in the Bahamas as an underwater photographer. I got that. Wow, that was cool. I was taking pictures of sharks at Stewart Cove's Dive Bahamas for 6 months. I should have stuck it out a year, but the work ethic was crazy. So I quit. I got on the return flight back to Thailand and brought some second-hand underwater camera equipment back to Thailand. And that's when I started jumping on boats and taking people's dive portraits. I did a few years of that, and then I started to go to Dahab in Egypt. So I was kind of Thailand, Koh Chang in the high season, and summer of Europe I was back in Dahab in Egypt, which I absolutely loved. I hurt my back tech diving, and then decided to come out full-time about 13 or 14 years ago to Koh Chang and take my photography away from the underwater world and started to do like portraits and weddings, food shoots and villa shoots and real estate. I've been quite successful and did very well in the early years of that. I met up with my partner, Pui, and we kind of got into a few different things. We had a travel agency called Jungle Fresh Travel, and that was just before the kind of booking.com and the Agoda revolution. So we used to make quite good money in the first couple of years of that travel agency here in Lonely Beach in Koh Chang. And then after a few years of that, I ended up borrowing a little bit of money and putting it into a cafe and a homestay. And we have had that for 10 years now. It's been open for 10 years, the homestay anyway. The cafe got opened a few years later. And that's where we are up until now. So yeah, but everything's kind of coming to an end of an era, the end of 2 chapters. I'd probably say 2 or 3 chapters that I've spent here in Koh Chang. It's funny because I've always kind of had like a 5-year plan. I look forward 5 years and go, yeah, for the next 5 years I'm going to be doing this. For the next 5 years I'm going to be doing that. Well, for the last, I guess, 15 years, I'm like, yeah, I'm quite happy here in Koh Chang. Ready to kind of just let life slide by here. It's beautiful. I mean, it's paradise. But it's coming to an end and I'm going back to the UK. So the reason why I'm making this kind of channel is to self-document memories for me, self-document thought processes, kind of like a journal, but in a vlog form. And yeah, something for me to look back on in years to come and go, wow, I was at that stage, and wow, I was just about to go back to the UK and I'm so glad I did. So yeah, this is kind of like the channel intro. Probably the first video that I'll publish on the channel. All right, I'm gonna go for a walk. Come with me if you want. So what kind of things can you expect from this channel? Me being outdoors, walking. When I get back to the UK, biking, camping, being outdoors, trying to work through things. Yeah, like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You get what you sees, gets what you gets. I've just remembered it's Sunday and I've got midday classes and I'm rambling on to you guys as if like I've got every hour of the day available. I've got to start thinking about getting back because I've got a few classes to teach. Okay, after that nice little ramble and intended intro video, make for some real boring viewing, I'm heading back to the bike. Yeah, it was nice walk along the beach. Don't think I'm going to film much from here, so yeah, if you like what I'm doing or if you're interested in a story that revolves around me. Actually very humble. Yeah, I'm actually very humble. All right guys, until the next one, see you.